Greetings, Coffin Cadets. Live action Doc here to give the forewarning about tonight's episode. I just triggered my cord here, but we're going to keep going. Anywho, tonight's episode, although it is indeed going to be animated, keep in mind it is not intended for young audience. Tonight's program is intended for adults, and only adults, 18 and up. It's very simple fucking math to do. So I don't want to hear it in the comments. I don't want to get any strikes over this, so listen up. I'm not planning on getting monetization. This episode is for your information only. It deals with kind of a serious topic for especially people who are in the media industry. So keep that in mind. Well, that's all I really have to say. So, and enjoy the episode. Get the fuck out of my office. Bye. Greetings. I am indeed Dr. McNasty, as hopefully you've listened to live action equivalent me earlier, telling you that tonight's episode will be a little bit of a spicy one, and kind of more of a serious issue, and less about, well, cinema, movies, cartoons, and what we normally cover, and more about the livelihood of the people who create those things that we tend to enjoy, even the B movies that we riff on here on this channel. Okay? I've been kind of silent about the AI issue, especially with the whole idea that we do have a AI-themed character on the show. And she will not be featured on tonight's episode because, one, she's getting kind of a revamp, and two, because of the topic, we're not gonna bring out D.O.C.B.O.T. But let me explain what D.O.C.B.O.T is before I get any snide comments about, well, Doc, you use AI. D.O.C.B.O.T is nothing more than a text-to-voice program from fucking 2003. I mean, she is nothing more than a glorified Microsoft Sams. I have to type in her script and then voice alter. Also, the music project we work with are literally me taking the typed-in script whenever it's time for her to sing and pitching it and auto-tuning it to make it seem like she's singing. Yes, those are indeed forms of AI, but they're not dangerous like the ones I'm speaking of. There's nothing wrong with using AI to get a rough draft of a project or to add something to it. But when you use it solely as a form of capitalizing off of other people's efforts, that's where we have the gray line we're going to talk about this evening and why it is kind of a problem. So, without no further ado, as I like to say on the show, let's get into a very, very big problem and all the many factoids and other many little problems that come from this big AI problem. It's going to be a big episode, guys. I'm sorry. Alright, listen up, fuckers. AI is loose and it's sweeping the nation. Alright, now let's go through the many reasons why This is kind of bad for us content creators or anybody in the media industry, or for anybody in general, to be perfectly fucking honest. 1. Exploitation of other people's works. The first thing it does is there's countless stories you can read about at your own time or leisure about people who have literally their own artwork or their own identity stolen and used to profitize on somebody else's behalf, which ethically is kind of fucked. And you can't really justify it no matter what you fucking say. It's ethically fucked. Well, the problem number 2, which is also linked to problem number 1, people being, used, as in their likeness, such as, for instance, the most recent case of deepfakes in people's nudes, or people being exploited by non-consenting to be featured into sex tapes or other, SW type things. And this is an ongoing problem. Sorry about my language, by the way. I'm trying to not get too effed in the A by YouTube on certain things, so I'm going to try to keep things a little bit more simplified. But yeah, there's a bad case of people's identity being used for NSFW type stuff and against their consent, which is, in a weird way, kind of as bad as engaging in non-consensual actions with them. I don't know how else to say it, just being real. Then we have the last and final biggest problem with the AI, and it's the fake news problem. The fact that with such technology as like chat, I don't even know what the fuck. I keep wanting to call it Chat GT, like it's some fucking racing game. So I'm just gonna call it fucking Chat GT, all right? 'Cause that sounds like a total like lazy fucking Chad app to use, a Chat GT, all right? We're just gonna keep calling it that. Well, yes, you have things like Chat GT that can auto-generate just nonsense, like literally pages upon pages, if you choose it to just generate nonsense of literature that they can post anywhere, and just especially with today's lacks of fact checking, and people just take it seriously. And the problem is we live in a day and age where people are very much undereducated, and I'm definitely a product of that. Like hell, my spoken reading is garbage. I can read very fluently and very fast, but for some reason I can't speak and read at the same time. Hence why I rarely ever stick to my script on here unless it's with D.O.C.B.O.T. But I bring this up because it becomes a problem because you have fake news outlets and people who just generate, I remember back when Onion was a thing, we just did it only for satire, and it was funny because we knew better and because it was advertised as satire, and now it's just, we have people believing the dumbest fucking shit. And it's not only a product of the platform that we also serve on, but it's also just an overarching problem of something bigger, which we might tackle on another day. But all that doom and gloom and literally just people getting nonstop fucking exploited with this shit, I just don't kind of agree with it. I just don't agree with it at all. Honestly, it's fucking lazy. It's lazy. What? You can't draw a picture? You can't doodle? Well, you don't have the time to draw a fucking picture. Grow the fuck up. Like, literally, put in the time, put in the effort like everybody else did, and then, yeah. That's why you have some of the most simplistic pieces of artwork highly regarded, because somebody actually put effort and thought into it. It's not just literally some simple image like fucking big companies like to think it is. No, there's a thought and a process and sometimes even a story behind every piece of artwork. And that's something that AI cannot capture. Not only that, AI is uncanny and weird as fuck. And that's what our next segment's going to be about. Howdy, Editor Doc back again. I just want to clarify a few things for any tech bros who might be watching this saying, like, well, according to this article, well, let's talk about this article by Saturn Noart. That says, contrary to what some critics suggest, AI does not memorize and replicate existing arts in a digital college. Instead, it operates through probability distributions and mathematical concepts that allow for generations of new data, allowing directly copying its training. Bruh. Bruh. That's mathematically tracing with extra steps. Tracing is copying. And not only that, like, the problem isn't just that, it's the fact that people are being outsourced for this low budget, cheap quality crap art instead of having something with actual substance to it. So, yeah, you still lost the argument. Fuck you. On to the fun segment. Now it's time for what I like to call the fun segment, where, well, I do something fun regarding the educational or somewhat educational thing that we learned. Unfortunately, like I said prior, this is not a normal Bootleg Cinema episode. This is we're not even talking about movies, man. We're just talking about AI. You know, this is educational, just bluntly educational. So I feel bad about doing that. So I decided to do something a little quirky and subject myself to the tyranny known as AI. So I had a couple of old pinups I did back on, back in the day. And I thought, hey, what would be a cool idea if I used one of these AI programs to see what it does to my art? Keep in mind, the artwork I submitted to this AI is artwork that's well into the internet algorithm and world. It's on Instagram, for Christ's sakes. Like, if you're familiar with Dr. McNasty, you know either these pinups or works of art. Alright? So let's start off from the top with, by the way, the photos will be located next to me on the couch. Let's start off with the iconic Coffin Club girls line I did back in, I want to say 2000. Damn, I did this in 2020. Alright, iconic, my style, a little wiggly for my taste even back then, but it was alright, not too bad. And then, what is that? What the hell? The background girls, not so bad. They're not that bad, but the main girl, I don't know. Her fucking tits are liquefying. That's just fucking weird, dude. That's just fucking weird. By the way, we're using AI Mirror. It's an app you can get on the phone. Yeah, that's what we're using right now. So let's take a look and see what other artworks of mine AI Mirror can bastardize. Alright, this one's a Friday the 13th pinup parody I did. I actually like this one a lot. Especially the wiggliness actually works with it. And I decided to put it through what they call the PlayStation 2 filter. And let's see what fucking monstrosities they give us with this piece of shit. Honestly, not too bad, but can't air that on air. I'm even digging the Dollar Tree Chris Redfield pixelating in the background, but they did a pretty decent job with this one. I'm not actually mad with this. There's definitely some problems with it and nudity, but not mad at it. All right, let's check out the other thing AI Mirror did with this art piece, because I submitted multiple. And as for the second Jason photo, ooh. Okay, not much better on the nudity front, but why does the Chris Redfield guy in the background now have tits? Come on. Dude, this AI's horny as fuck. Next. Now I'm going to do the iconic blue-haired babe that I use even on my intros for my programs, such as a Bootleg Arcade, and she's also featured on our outro title cards. I don't even have a name for her, so hey, if you want a name for this iconic character, write it in the comments, and who knows, we'll make this little waifu character thing. But yeah, let's see what AI Mirror did. And by the way, this is using the retro pixel art. Well, let's check this out. Everything looks good until waist down. What is that shit? That is some spaghetti-ass fingers if I ever seen them. No. Maybe top up? There's some weird fucking coating in the top. I have no idea what the fuck they're trying to do, but nope. Close but no cigar. Alright. Pretty much the same, but they got the fingers kind of right. This one kind of slaps, I'm not gonna lie. They didn't do a bad job. But still, you know what I mean? Last but not least, with this lady, and yeah, we're not gonna be able to air that. No. No. Definitely no. Definitely gonna use that as a thumbnail. Alright. Okay. Last but not least, we have already revealed on Instagram D.O.C.B.O.T's new design, which will be coming up on next week's episode. Let's see what the AI had to do with that. Just out of curiosity. We did it with the Pixar mode. Oh god. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of good. How is that not tracing, dude? That is so... They literally took the concept of my idea. Holy shit. That's scary. I actually don't like that. Even how they tried to, like, fake my fucking, like, signature on the side by doing their own shit. That is scary good. Nah, fuck that. No, they're... Oh, man, they got the design right on the money. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, last one. This was using the anime aesthetic with the D.O.C.B.O.T. I hate it. I hate it so much. There's so many problems with it, but conceptually you can see how this would be used as a good, like, reference tool, but oh my god. I'm impressed and also appalled all at the same time. I'm just gonna be real. Right, bonus one. This one does have a name. It's Miku. And it's a line that we use on our shirts in the merch store. If you want to actually own a print of Miku yourself, you can. She is the vampire waifu queen icon that we have on for sale for artwork that I've done in the past. Well, let's see what the AI does using the arcade thing with her. That's sick. The kanji is incomprehensible, but that is definitely giving me like Alita Battle Angel vibes. That is fucking sick, but still the ad placement's weird. The ad placement's hella fucking weird, but goddamn, that's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking good. That we took a look at that. My final thoughts on the artwork. It's a little ridiculous, man. It's kind of good. It's kind of good, and it is kind of worrisome as an artist. You know, a guy who, like, you look around me. Everything you've seen here, I've literally drawn, either on a tablet or probably pre-paper, then on tablet. To get, yeah, and you know, I don't know. But our best bet is to hope that artists get the credit that they deserve, and in the end, people use this as a tool and not as an end-all be-all for art, because in the same time, looking back at those images, you can tell there's heart and soul in certain things. So yeah, will I ever do this again? Nah, fuck that. I already deleted the app. I'm not doing this shit again. And the fact that I wanted to show a funny image of what I look like when I put an image of myself in there. Yeah. I look like a Skyrim character. Oh good, you're finally awake. Like and subscribe. Now it's time for my favorite fucking segment. It actually is. This actually is my favorite segment. It's time for Mail Call.
The mail's here. Come on. Bye, guys.
And now that it's time for Mail Call, it's time to read some mail. By the way, if you want your comments read, all you have to do is a simple little thing of, typing in a comment. For instance, what do you think about AI? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? I want to know. Even if we don't agree, you know what? Your voice deserves to be heard, but no crude or inflammatory or just plain shitty fucking comments will be read. And if they're shitty, they'll probably be deleted. If you want your comments to be read, feel free to submit it to mail call, and yeah, I'll be more than happy to shout it out. Especially, I want to learn your opinions and all that other cool Nito torpedo stuff. Alright, well, today's mail call is from Wardman, which is, by the way, our moderator. I guess he enjoys the videos as well because he's been watching them. And that is on the Spooky Easter Eggs video at a Bootleg Arcade. And he says, I think it was predicting the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That's actually kind of funny, especially when he's regarding the 9/11 Easter egg hidden in Spider-Man 2. Interesting, spicy shit. You guys should go check that out. Well, that's all we got here for mail call. Unfortunately, the mail isn't flowing in like it used to. So, like I said, please comment. We can't specify that enough. And while you're at it, go ahead and like and subscribe and ring that little shitty bell thing. See? See? Isn't that fun? You went ahead and did it, didn't you? Alright. Well, on that note, I'm Dr. McNasty. I hope we had fun learning about AI and discussing it. And hopefully I'll have something better to do. Who knows? We might talk about skateboards. Ooh. I don't know. You guys have a good one. Bye.